I bet. So next up. Next up, we got this juicy individual. I'm telling this person in a week. I mean, I think she earned like 10,000 in a week before in this business, right? And you definitely
Mhm.
wanna take heed to what she has to say. She's got herself promoted from entry level to management. She's promoted a manager already in her Empire career. She's running her office at a high level. I'm telling you right now, she's running it at a high level. So you definitely want to hear from this individual. With further ado, passing the baton to none other than the great Miss Fate Hay out of the Philly, well, running the Philly location. Let's clap it up for Fate, y'all. Clap it up for Fate. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go,
Yay.
Fate.
Hey, luck is fate.
Right.
hey.
Like it's fade. Shout out to Beta. Let's clap it up again for Beta. That was juicy. And it's in alignment to what I'm gonna be talking about. But I want to say my favorite thing that I heard from Beta is it's so funny, but it's so true. People be having this base face on and wondering why they not getting no bills. Like, don't let that go over your head. Don't, because you could think you doing everything. You could say the icebreakers, you could say the pitch, you could say everything fire, all the rebuttals. But if you got that mean mug base face, you're not getting no bills, and it's just gonna go to vain. So definitely don't let that go over your head. Shout out to you, Beta. Is definitely in alignment to what we're gonna be talking about today. So I'm gonna be sharing my screen. Bear with me because I'm on my phone.
Hey, Fate. You can
Yeah,
always send it too if you feel like it's easier.
send it to you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. If you feel like that's easier.
Okay, let me I'm gonna do it first. All right, hold on. Can y'all see this?
Hey,
Can
Fate.
Mm-hmm.
y'all see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, all
Yes.
right. Bet,
No.
bet, bet, bet. So, we gonna
Yeah.
keep what Beta's saying going. If y'all hearing connection from now all the way to 5 p.m., y'all gonna do that. Bop, 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 icebreaker.
Bop, bop,
And
bop,
Breaking
bop.
down.
Icebreaker quick.
yeah, 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 I can keep it going. Y'all gotta pay attention because other people, facilitators, probably gonna be saying it today. So, he touched a little bit on what we're talking about today. When you mirror more, you sell more, right? So we're going to be talking about the power of mirroring body language, and it's a difference. We're not just talking about body language, we're talking about mirroring body language. So I am going to be getting some participants, some readers. I've been hearing some good voices for readers, so I am going to be letting y'all start out and read. So the first person, we're going to be talking about what is mirroring, because we got to know what it is first so we can know how to execute. So we're going to have Jilson. Jilson, be my first reader. I love your
Go,
reading voice.
Joseph.
And then let me hear it. What is mirroring?
Oh, Jill.
Juice. On.
Fate, you want to choose somebody else? Because he's going to be right back.
All
Jamal.
right. See if y'all can see if you can make it a little bigger too.
You can zoom in. You can zoom in.
Oh, all right.
So what
Oh,
is?
I didn't see that.
Oh
Yeah, you
snap!
can zoom in on your phone. Go ahead, Jamal.
So you want me to read the whole thing or just read the top up until purple?
Up until
Two
purple.
circles.
All right. So what is mirroring? Right. Mirroring is subtly matching another's person posture, tone, pace, gestures, or energy to create comfort and trust. Not copying, only aligning.
Juice.
Oh my.
Alignment, right? Not copying, right? It's alignment, right? So when you
Aligning.
aligning, right? So there's five things that you can do to measure mirror, right? So we talked about posture, right? How someone is standing, right? You want to make sure if someone is standing and you see that, they exemplifying some confidence, they standing straight, right? They're looking like, let me hear what you're talking about. You don't want to have a lackadaisical type of low body language. You want your posture, you should have your chest out, right? You see how Jamal, he got his chest out right now. He's the model. His chest is out. He's ready to say what he have to say, right? The person at the door is showing that they're taking you serious. So your body language needs to show that you have something of value, right? So now your tonality, you want to mirror the tone. So Beta touched on it a little bit, right? So if they're coming to the door and they have high energy, hey, how you doing? Oh, I thought you was my package, right? You're like, hey, how you doing? I'm not your package, but I got something to deliver for you. So you want to match that tone. You want to match that energy, right? So we call Jason. His last name is Postman, right? His chant is, special delivery. So he be delivering. He's after today. He's gonna be delivering that mirroring, that energy, and that body language. So speaking with speed, right? So your melody, right? Beta talked a lot about the melody, the flow. He's not listening to artists and music with no crazy flow. You got to have a flow out the door that's mirroring to the customer, right? So if the customer, a lot of the times we're coming across people that's elderly, right? Senior citizens. They're talking slow, right? They might understand slow, but we're speeding through our pitch. That's not if the person you're speaking with is a senior citizen, Jamal, how should you be speaking to that person?
I would want to be able to be speaking low. Not really low, but slow. I want them to hear every syllables that is coming out of my mouth.
Juice, and don't let it go over here what he just did. He wants you to hear every syllable that's coming out of his mouth. Jules, that's exactly how you want to do it. The facial expressions, right? Facial expression is definitely what you want to do to mirror that person, right? Sheesh. It's going back. Sorry about that, y'all. It's going through the whole motions.
Take your time.
All right. Take your time.
There was some juice in there.
Right, I know, right? Hold on.
I swear.
All right, back. So we're going to go to the next thing, right? So this is what it's not, right? Tiffany, read that.
I'm here. Mirroring fails when it becomes mocking. I can't see. Hold on. I'm trying to zoom in. My phone is not letting me zoom in.
Probably turn it to the side. Turn it to the side and then zoom it in.
Take your time. I'm right here.
It's not working. I swear.
I'm right here. I got you, Tiff. I got you.
My head too.
Wait, can you rotate your screen, please?
Yeah, maybe it's that. It's.
Well, we got you. It's not your fault.
Wait.
Yeah, Victoria.
I think I'm
What
here.
mirroring is not.
Oh, you got it, Mike?
Yeah, I'm rushed. Let's go. I'll take it from here. What mirroring is not. Mirroring fails when it becomes mocking. Accent imitation. That's terrible. Accent imitation. A little racist. All right. Forced robotic behavior. Let's talk about that a little bit, right? 100% copying every move, a technique instead of genuine attention. If it feels forced, it looks forced.
Jules, right? Mirroring fails.
Juicy fruit.
This is what you don't want to do. Everybody put the X's up. This is what you don't want to do. You don't want to be mocking, right? So sometimes we talk about, mirror your customer. You like, no, I don't want to mock them. I don't want to mirror that. You ain't mirroring right? It's not effective. You don't want to mock, right? It's a difference, right? You don't want to have that robotic behavior when you're mirroring, right? We're not saying if the customer doing this, you got to do the same thing too. We're not saying that, right? We're going to go into it later. Right? 100% copying. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do every move. We talked about what it is before. It's very subtle. Very subtle. You don't copy every single thing that they say or everything that they do. So Beta talked about this a lot as far as like, you want to have human, right? You don't want to have rehearsed, scripted type of ice breaking or even body language, right? It's just genuine attention. So when you're doing role play in the office, right? A lot of us, we be like, oh, I can't role play in the office because it's not real, right? It's not real. I got to wait till I go out in a customer so I could role play. If you saying that right now, you got to change your perspective today. It is real, right? The role playing, you're doing it with your teammates, but everything your teammate is doing in that role play, that is a real situation. That's a real body language that you can mirror, right? So you don't want to practice a scripted, mirroring body language to get to the door, but when you're role playing in the gym, because that's what the office is the gym, right? And when you go out in the field, that's game time. So in the gym, you want to be role playing, mirroring with your teammates, and you're supposed to be mirroring exactly what they're doing. When you get in the habit of doing that, when you get out to the customers in the field, it won't feel or look forced, because you already have that natural ability. You created the habit to now do
Juice.
what? Mirror customers that you're doing, mirror people that you're speaking with. So we're going to be talking about why mirroring really matters, especially at the door. This right here is going to be really, really important for us to understand just the science behind it. All right. Because everything we do in sales is psychology. It's not made up. A lot of us think, oh, yeah, Empower is just teaching us this. I ain't know this from nowhere. No, no, no. We're teaching you transferable skills. We're teaching you life skills that you can just apply to sales. All right. So this is a real life thing, right? So why mirroring matters, right? I want to get Mr. Brown, because Mr. Brown, he likes the science behind things. He likes the psychology behind things, and that's my leader. So let us hear from you. Why mirroring matters at the door?
What's better than green?
Especially at the door. It activates mirror neurons. Our brains contain mirror neurons, cells that fire both when we act and when we observe someone else acting. That's why Reyes, yawning spreads, smile spread, calm spreads, anxiety spreads. Wow.
Juice, stop right there. Stop right there. Demetrius, explain to me what monkey see, monkey do is. What does that mean?
I mean, the easiest way I can say is like the Jones effect. Yeah, we just mirror. Like monkey see, monkey do. If I see you do it, I'm gonna do it subconsciously and just consciously.
Juice, right? So mirroring neurons, right? This is a specialized brain cells that all of us on this call that we have, right? What they call it is the monkey see, monkey do neurons, right? Because it is the same thing. What these specialized cells does, and this is something that's in all of us right now. So whether you feel like you're not confident, whether you feel like you soft spoken, where you feel like you don't know how to do sales, this is in all of us. We just got to figure out how to activate it, right? So this is a monkey see, monkey do neuron. So what does that mean? These specialized cells, what they do is signal our body, right, to perform what we see other people doing. And this is a science behind it. So what does that mean? It says that's why yawning spreads. Y'all ever heard yawn is contagious? You start yawning, damn, now I'm yawning 3 times, 4 times. Now the whole damn office yawning. Why do you think we don't want y'all yawning when we in the office? Right? Because y'all bringing down the business. Y'all bringing down the energy, right? But when that smile, you smile, they smiling, right? Beta talking about, yo, you need to go out and smile. He zeroed out the whole week because he didn't smile. He started smiling. He ended on 6, right? You start smiling, the customer starts smiling, right? You staying calm, they staying calm, right? Anxiety spreads. If you are in a frenzy, the customer is going to be on a frenzy, right? Energy transfer. So the idea that we need to understand that it's all in us. This is why it matters, right? Our job is to match someone's energy first. And then if you can match their energy first and show that you're in sync with someone, guess what you can do? You can lead them next, right? You want to get in sync. Once you get in sync, it's like you tied them in, like you loop them in, and guess what you could do? Go tell them to go get that bill. Guess what you could do? Go tell them, go get your phone. Guess what you could do? You could put your thumbs up, you could put your thumbs down, and they just listening to you. You're going to think you put like hypnotize them or something, because that's essentially what mirroring is. You're activating those specialized neurons that's already in our body, right? So when you're talking about door to door and when we're there, right? So remember, you are interrupting, right? Jason kind of said it in his feedback, it's a difference in sales when someone is coming to a store to buy from you. We're going to people's stoop. We're going to people's lives and their daily lives. So guess what? We are interrupting. We know that. We didn't get an invite, right? For the most part, we didn't set no appointments to come there, right? They wasn't expecting our beautiful face to come, right? They didn't know we was gonna, Demetrius smiling, They didn't expect us to come. So Beta talked about it. Their guard is up already. So what are you going to do about it? That's why mirroring is going to be something that we're going to do to connect, right? We just said you cannot.
Ice breaking quick.
Ice breaking quick, Juice, Mike. Okay, Mike, the only one paying
Bada
attention.
ba ba ba. Ice breaking quick.
Y'all gotta stay on it, Beta. He beat
Locked in.
Ice break 'em
Ice
quick.
break 'em quick.
He beat you to it,
Right.
right?
Ba
So
ba ba ba.
ice break 'em quick. Yeah, love it. All right, I get the love from North. Right. So we talked about it. People only buy from the people that they like. So Beta just taught you how to get in the door. But you gotta stay there. Just because you got in the room, that means you ain't gonna stay in the room, right? He just taught you how to get in the door. When now you're mirroring to get in sync, that's what's gonna get you these sales, right? You gotta remember, once you're in sync with somebody, it's gonna be familiar, right? Now they rocking with you. Now they're gonna feel like, okay, we alike. It's the idea is if you yawn, other people are yawning. If you smile, other people are smiling. So that's the same thing you want to do when it comes to a person, right? People don't buy from strangers. They buy from the people who feel safe. I don't feel safe if I'm not really understanding where you're coming from right now, right? We're not really familiar. So I don't even want to do business with you. Connection decide whether you get 30 seconds or 3 minutes.
Ice break 'em quick.
Bada
I
ba
got
ba
you,
ba. Ice
Betty.
breaking quick. How y'all keep beating me to it, man?
Oh my goodness.
You gotta be locked in.
Y'all gotta
Got
be
the good
locked
Wi-Fi.
in. They beating you to your own thing, Beta. Like, what's tea? All right, so we're gonna move forward, right? So just remember it's in us, right? These mirror neurons, right? The monkey see, monkey do neurons. We gotta activate them so we can be able to connect and be in sync with our people. So why it works? We're gonna talk about the chameleon effect, right? Let me see. Let me get somebody from Newark, right? Before we get into it, right? What do you think, in your words, what is the chameleon effect? What does that mean?
I got you, Fate. I would say chameleon effect is just being able to kind of blend in. Like chameleons, they change colors to blend in with their surroundings, right?
Exactly.
So being able to blend in with the person you're talking to. So if you're talking to somebody who's like a sports fanatic, right? Even if you don't really watch sports like that, being able to hold a conversation with them about sports. Or if you're talking to somebody who loves cars, being able to talk to somebody who loves cars as well. I don't have a dog, but I'll tell you what, when I'm talking to customers, I love dogs. I'm talking about dog breeds. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that. So just being able to kind of change and blend in with your surrounding and change colors when you need to.
Jules, I like that. One call for Jilson. Now, because I missed you, Jilson. I called you out. I wanted you to be my first reader.
My bad. Was
now you're gonna take over this slide. Take over the slide.
All right, cool. So why it works, the chameleon effect. People like people who feel like them. Research on mimicry. Yeah. Research on mimicry, the chameleon effect, finds it increases liking and makes interactions smoother. So some signals would be like, I understand you and I'm not a threat. What they help unlock is more disclosure, more cooperation, and more compliance. Need them to comply, right? And then also it creates connection first and then logic.
Bada ba ba ba. Ice breaking quick.
There you go.
Bottom line, connection.
Bada ba ba ba. Ice breaking
quick.
Bottom line, connection first, logic second. Juice.
That's
good. That's actually fire, Fate. That's good.
That is fire, right? So
that's why all the questions they come after the sale. That's what the rehash is for. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the rehash is for, right? Because you want to get to a point where it don't even feel like a sale. Y'all just connecting, y'all vibing, right? That's supposed to be a twin ski, right? When we talk about mirroring, that's your twin, right? We talking about besties, that's your bestie and your twin, right? That's supposed to be a twin at the door, right? Whatever you on, I'm on, right? Whatever you doing, I'm doing. If you in a rush, I'm in a rush too, right? If you tired, I'm tired. Actually, I want to nap so bad, right? So
whatever you like, I like.
Right? Yeah, whatever you like, whatever
you like it, I love it.
Actually, if you like it, I actually love it times 10, right? So the first thing, as Jilson said, so it's signals, right? When you're mirroring, when you're being a chameleon, right? He just said it, you're blending in. Remember, we're going to so many different communities, so many different demographics that you're probably not from. So sometimes, amateurs or when we first start sales, we might think like, I can't connect with this person because I'm not from this area.
Bada ba ba ba. Ice breaking quick.
Right. So I can't connect to this
Freaking
person
quick.
because I'm not from this area, right? I don't know how to level with this person, right? Some people be like, I don't understand them. I got to get to know these type of people. I'm from Wisconsin, right? I'm not really familiar how Philly go. It ain't that. People are people no matter where you go. The accents just change, the lingos just change, right? We got to understand when we're the sales experts. So we got to do what's best for everyone. We can't just be just all right, this is my hood. I know about this hood and I just want to stay with that. You're not going to get anywhere, right? So a lot of mainstream artists, they started off only doing music to their own one genre, right? So if they started out in R&B and hip hop, to be mainstream, to get millions, to get sellouts, all up to be global, they got to start tapping into pop a little bit, right? You see Beyonce, she started tapping into country. They got to start really opening up their expanding their horizons so they can get bigger and better on a global scale. So if you're cool with your 2 sales or 4 sales a day, this is what we're teaching you so you can expand to that 6 and 8 every day. What you're doing might work, but what we're just trying to get you to expand, right? We're not saying what you're doing not working. We just trying to get you high level. We say we're going straight to the top. You can't go to the top if you stuck on one floor. We trying to elevate you more. So these are some of the things that you're going to have to do to blend in to different communities, right? So if I'm in a Spanish demographic area, you have to be a chameleon. You have to mirror whatever you see this culture is doing. Because if we just said the number one thing is the signal, I understand you, I'm not a threat. That means you got to feel what? Familiar to this person. You don't got to be Hispanic. You don't got to be Spanish. What you got to do is be a chameleon. How are you going to blend into this demographic that you trying to make some money in, that you trying to get promoted in? You trying to get that 1.5, that double bonus, that new start bonus. What are you going to do? Are you going to just complain and say, oh, I don't know how to speak Spanish, I can't get through to these people?
Hola, mami.
Blend in, right? Just say, hola, mami.
Hola, papi.
¿Qué lo
¿Qué lo
que?
que? Dímelo, Dolly.
Hey,
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Estúpida aquí.
Buenas
Exactly.
tardes, mi
poquito
nombre
español.
es Jamal.
Un poquito
Me
español.
gusta. Busca la
Exactly. I'm
factura.
saying any
I'll be right
Spanish
here.
I know. Anything. Hola. We all know
Busca la
hola.
factura.
We know uno
Busca la
momento.
Otro gato.
Yeah, we
Busca
say
la factura,
everything.
mama.
Right?
Uno
If you know how to
momento.
say I like me gusta.
Mama,
Dos
2
segundos.
segundos.
Mucho frío.
Right. So you want to do that, right? So now they understand you. Now, sometimes you could be in a different demographic too. You might be in a higher demographic, right?
Dude, just grab your bill. Just a second.
Yo, that is a hippie.
He gonna get through to them people, right? You in the higher demographic, whatever you gotta be. Listen, if they're doing this, I'm hearing you. You gotta do the same thing, yeah. So the area's flag for the CO2. You gotta be a chameleon. They need to know that you gotta mirror what they doing. I'm a chameleon, like, and when we say have fun in the field, that's what we talking about. We not talking about horse playing and not making no money. We talking about having fun with the customer. Like, it's really fun to mirror people because it's like Philly people, they be like, oh, that's the bid or whatever. Like people from Philly, like, oh, that's the bid. That's how it is. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like,
I got different personalities at the door. I'm
a
this person,
different
I'm that person, I'm that person.
Huh?
Whatever that
Talk
customer
some.
is, I'm numb. I am them.
Chameleon.
They're Portuguese. I'm literally all for the culture. I'm doing anything they doing, right? So what that's gonna do, as Jilson read, it unlocks more disclosure. It's more cooperation because if they feeling like you in tune with them, now they're gonna be listening to you. They're not gonna be looking crazy when you putting your thumb up, telling them yes. They're not gonna be looking crazy. A lot of us drop sales and drop TPV because you're scaring them. Y'all not even cool like that for you to be like this, muting a phone, being like this in their face. You didn't build that connection. You weren't mirroring them in the beginning to
Ice break them quick.
Juice, right? It's more compliant. So what that does is create connection. Now, a lot of us, we probably all, well, actually raise your hand if you had a sale before and you connected with them so good, they didn't even ask you questions and they listening to you for what to say throughout the whole time. Raise your hand if that ever happened to you before. They not even, you build a connection so good, they're not even asking you the question. They just doing whatever you tell them to do.
That's when you put your thumb up a little bit too early and they say yes before the question over.
Jules, right?
Or they be
When
That's
like,
my
they be
favorite,
like
Gil.
this.
That's
Don't
my
worry, I
They be
favorite.
got
like,
it. You
yes,
said say yes to everything, and they be like, yep, yep.
Yo, my
Exactly.
favorite when they ask you when they be like, oh, what's your name? They look at you like, oh, what's my name again? I be like, oh man, that's
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly. That's how you know you reeled them in.
Hey,
That y'all
yo,
are so
thanks.
in tune. They don't even remember their name. They looking at you for everything. They be what's your address? And they looking at you, and I'll be like,
Talk to him,
what's
Faye.
your phone number? I'm pointing because guess what? You did such a good job being connected with them. Yeah, you basically morphed into them low key. Like they don't even know what's going on. They want you to do everything, and that's exactly what we want them to do. Connection first, logic comes second. That's where that rehash comes in. Ice break them quick, right?
Ice break
That
them
logic
quick.
coming after the fact. That's where you slow down in the rehash. This is where the logic come in because they just did everything you said. They was just loose. They open. They did whatever you wanted them to do because you was a chameleon. So it says connection first. That's what got you to sell. The logic.
Ice break them.
So that logic is that rehash. So now you're taking your time a little bit. Now you're serious because you need that sale to stick. So now you're going through it. So remember, right? So look, the supply. Now you really being serious because that's
you lock in real quick.
Yeah, you gotta lock in real quick. That's the logic because now they want to know. Okay, what did I just do? Right? You know you did a good job when they be like, "What girl? What did I do?" And I'm like, "Look, let me break it down." Now you was as serious as ever. Now you serious.
Flow state activated.
Flow state activated, right? that 80% approval activated, right? Eastside 29 out of 29, right? Will 11 out of 11. This is where that rehash comes in. Locking at the end. So we're gonna go through it. All right, so we're gonna give you some stats real quick, right? Because again, sometimes we give y'all this information and y'all think it's only pertaining to Empower. The world is so beyond Empower. The world is beyond Empower. We just using life skills and just applying it here. That's all. Juice. Right? So the numbers mirroring increases closing, right? So this is real world sales experiments, right? And we're talking about these statistics, right? So customers who were subtly mirrored were significantly more likely to purchase. Okay? So there's a study found that purchase rates increased from 61.8% to 78.8% when mirroring occurred. Now, in sales, that is huge. That's a 17% point lift without changing the product or without changing the price. Now, I'm going to let that sink in because most of us, we want to change our pitch. Most of us, we complaining about the rates. Most of us is saying people don't care about renewable energy. They don't want that. So if we have a real life world statistic and experiment that said that the product didn't change, the price didn't change, but the sales went up, damn, why is that? Nothing changed but the connection.
Ice break them quick, hey.
Jules. So I'm gonna get somebody. Let me get Eastside. I want to get somebody from Philly, right? So Eastside, why do you think, based off the statistics, why do you think that the product didn't change, the price changed, but the sales increased once the connection increased or the connection got better? Is he here? Give me somebody else from Queens.
I got you.
Oh, go ahead, Beta. I can't see everybody. I just gotta wait till y'all hear y'all.
No, I know how it is. Repeat the question again.
All right, so based on the statistics, it says that the percentage of sales increased 17%, but the product didn't change, the price didn't change, sales just increased, and nothing changed but the connection. Why do you think that? Because most people, they think that they got to change their pitch, or maybe it's the product, it's the renewable energy, or maybe they don't like the rates. Why do you think that this is a thing?
I think that it's a thing because just like what you said, like that's your twin. If I'm your twin, I'm gonna make you feel safe. Because like you said, people buy from people who make them feel safe. So we twins, we locked in. If you feel safe, of course I'm gonna close more. That's why that 17% is going up and up and up. And I need that. And I'm gonna start mirroring it. Let's go.
All right, Juice.
Let's go,
All right, one
Beta.
clap for that. All right, I like that. So nothing changed but the connection, right? And I know my team out in Philly, ice breaking quick. They be a little sick because I'm like, yo, they be like, yo, what am I doing? I'm like, yo, you gotta build connection. You gotta build rapport. Like, it's literally no big science to it. If you don't build rapport, if you're not mirroring, if you're not doing the ice breaking, you're not going to be successful in this business. And that's just point blank period. Is nothing else. You can't even get to the handling of objections. You can't get to the build breakdown if you don't get the customers buying first. So if you know that comes first, then nothing else matters. Don't tell me about the build breakdown. How is you building a connection? What are you doing first at the door? Right? Nothing has changed. It's not the rates. Because guess what? Your teammate that's bunny hopping with you, they already on 6 sales. It's not the rates. It's not the pitch, because somebody in that office is doing the same pitch as you, right? It's not that people don't want renewable energy. People not understanding what you here for. People not understanding you, right? So when we're talking about making things increase, when you mirroring and when you're matching first, you're going to lead to themselves, like Beta said. So we talking about door to door. If you normally get 1 sale, you increase that connection. Guess what? You might start getting them 2s. You might start getting 2s a day. Right? If you normally only capping at 4 sales, you start increasing that connection. What that means is you start getting them 6 sales. If you someone that only capped at 30 ever, you probably about to be a year in a business and you only did 30 sales in a week. Maybe if you start increasing them connections, maybe you start seeing them 40 sales out the week, right? If your approval rating is normally capping at 68, you teetering 71%, 72, maybe that connection, that mirroring, that person, right, getting a familiar, maybe you start going to 80% approval rating, right? Maybe you will stop getting them CS drops, because we only care about the money we getting, but we need to be focused on that money we losing. When you look at your prelim, how many CS drops are you getting? If you got more than 3 right now, you want to make sure you're writing everything down, from betas to mods to everybody else in there. We all been there before. If you have more than 3 CS drops, that's more than enough. That's too much, right? It's too much. We got to make sure we're really mirroring the customer and being that twin so we can keep ourselves.
Juice.
Right.
Nobody loves me like you.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next. We're gonna talk about the how, right? So I see one face right now. I think he's from Newark. I see one face in my camera because I don't see nobody. I think you're Dion. Is that right?
That's Rodney.
Rodney. Okay, sorry, Rodney. Take it away with this slide. This is the only face I see. I see Rodney with the nice beard. So take away this slide.
Appreciate you. We said read the slide for you.
Yeah.
All right. 4 rules that keep it natural. Delay it. Wait 5 to 10 seconds before you adjust. Number 2, match 70%. Align the vibe. Don't clone every move. That's a fact. Number 3, energy first, calm. Fire it up. All right. I guess go from calm to fire it up slowly. Right. You don't want to just jump out there like that. Number 4, tone and pace. Fast talker, faster. Slow talker, slower. If you're a fast talker, talk a little faster. If you're a slow talker, talk a little slower. I guess it depends on the people.
The customer. Exactly. Right. Jules, you could stop right there for me. Thank you so much. So how to mirror. And the key thing is, right, you got to write that down too, without being weird. That's the key thing, because some of us, we might take away, be like, yo, I tried it, it didn't work. Like, you might be being weird. I don't know, right? So this is to do it without being a weirdo, right? Because you don't want to go viral for being weird. So rules that keep it natural. So as Rodney said, number 1, you got to delay it, right? So if a customer, they doing this, they not in their head, yo, take about 5 to 10 seconds before you start doing the same thing. Because remember, the key word is subtle. So we already talked about it. Now we're going to talk about how to do it. So we don't want you to just rush into doing it. You got to, take 5 to 10 seconds before you adjust to mirroring what they're doing, right? So you have to match 70%. So we talked about it. You don't want to do every single movement or every single facial expression that they're doing. It got to be 70%. Whatever you feeling comfortable with, so you can align the vibe. So you don't want to be a clone. I said you want to be a twin, right? There's fraternal twins out there, okay? You want to be a fraternal twin. You don't want to be a clone. Don't be exactly like the person, but you want to be so familiar that that's your twinski, right? Now, the energy comes first. So if that person calm, you're calm, right? Remember, if somebody just woke up, I don't know about y'all, I'm not a morning person. If I woke up, right, and you at my house and I just woke up and you all extra loud and obnoxious, I'm already irritated. I'm irritated off rip and I'm annoyed. I don't even want to talk to you no more. So just imagine, people work overnight. Beta said the graveyard shift, right? People work overnight. We knocking on their door. They tired. They wasn't expecting us. They coming to their door. He said crust in the eye. They sounding all low and tired. You know what you want to do, right? First you delay it, right? Whatever they body language, they coming out the door like, hello, right? You want to do the same thing. Wait a little bit. Hey, how you doing? My name is Fate with Empower, right? They calm. I'm doing the same thing they're doing. You just waking up. I got 3 more hours on the clock. I'm a little tired myself. That's what you want to do. The energy come first. If they calm, be calm. If you too fired up, it's a turnoff, right? Now you're weird. We talk about being a weirdo. They're calm. You two up here. Now you're weird to them. Now they're gonna close the door, right? Now, if they fired up the same way, you gotta be fired up. So now we talk about number 4, tone plus pace. If they're speaking fast, you could speak a little faster too. You just want to be on their rhythm, right? You want to be on whatever rhythm they on, right? If they like this, I'm like this. If they want to tango, I'm tangoing, right? So we talked about elderly people. Whoever's talking slow, we want to be slow too. If their rhythm is going like boom, that's the same thing we want to do, because that's what's going to feel natural, right? The practice move is when you mirror one thing at a time until it's automatic. That's the type of thing that you're going to do, right? So the number 1 is delay it. Number 2, match only 70%. Do not be a clone. You want to be a fraternal twin, right? Number 3, energy is first. If they calm, be calm. If they fired up, be fired up. Then number 4 is the rhythm. It's the tone and the pace. If they're talking slow, you talk slow. A lot of us, we want to lead with our pace, right? But we have to make sure the true power in leading is to observe what someone else is doing, adapt to that, and that's how you take control over the conversation, right? Because you don't want to be barging in, and that's how you become pushy. And then that's how we get in them complaints. Like, yeah, the agent came through. They was pushy. They forced me to do the sale. We don't want any of that. Whatever vibe they on, we on. All right? So we're going to go to the next slide. Boom. So the 5 things you can mirror. Mirror this to earn we are alike. So remember, we trying to do twinski. So energy level, right? Number 1, energy level. Calm versus hype. Soft versus intense, right? And I need someone to really double down and explain the soft versus intense. I actually want to hear from somebody in DC. That could include Ace. So I want to know, what does it mean when we're talking about energy level? What do you mean by soft versus intense?
So y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Sir.
Soft versus intense. How I view that for me personally is that when you're too overly intense and you're like very up there and very like high energy and stuff like that. I'm not talking about like a good high energy. I'm talking about high energy up in the customer's face. I think you kind of touched on that. It can lead to complaints. That can lead to a bad reputation of the business. But when your energy is soft, you're more what's the word I'm looking for? You're more.
It could be like,
Reciprocated. Like people are more receptive to what you are willing to say because your energy is very soft and calming to them.
Juice. You touched a really good point, because a lot of the things when we're thinking about mirroring, sometimes because we be in urban areas, right? We ain't gonna sugarcoat it, right? Some of us be knocking in the hood, right? And some people, they understand that intensity, right? But some people don't. Some people don't want that type of intense, right? And we have a facilitator today that's going to be going over the difference between assertive versus aggressive. So you could think somebody at the door is aggressive, whole time they're assertive. So you come in with a certain type of intensity, you come in hostile, but that's not even what they on. So you're not even matching somebody's energy level, right? So there's now the complaints is coming in because you're not vibing, you're not making somebody your twin, right? You're not really understanding and reading that customer correctly. You gotta read the body language. If you come in all intense, that's not the energy that they're on. You could send off the wrong message, right? So we're gonna go through tone: warm, direct, right? Playful, and serious. There's are different things that we can do, right? So if you're more in a high demographic area, you'll notice that a lot of people that you speak to, they'll be a little bit more serious with their tone and a little bit more direct. Maybe they don't have time. Maybe they're working from home, right? So these are some of the people that you're going to be speaking with. So we're not saying, oh yeah, don't ice break. We're not saying, oh yeah, you can't build a rapport. No, but you got to just match and mirror their tone. So if they're being direct, you got to be direct, right? You can't sugarcoat. You can't beat around the bush. You got to be direct just like them. If they're being serious, you want to be serious too. If they're being playful and joking and they making jokes, customers make jokes on us all the time, right? I got customers, they be playing, they be making jokes to me like, hold on, whole time you probably just got a TPV drop. A third party came through. Somebody just cock block your sales. So now you got the base face on, now you upset. So you go to this person now, and this person is trying to be playful with you, but you're not catching the hints. You all serious, you all direct, because you mad that another customer dropped the sale. So now you can't even vibe and connect with this person that's trying to be playful with you. You can't even mirror them the correct way. So we got to be very, very intentional with reading the body language and the tonality, right? So number 3, this speaking speed, right? If somebody's a fast talker, you don't want to drag. Trust me, I've been there, bro. In the field, a lot of the times I used to be dragging, taking a long time to get to the point. People be like this in my face. What? Like, what? That used to piss me off so bad. One day I just turned up and I just started talking this, like, I just started mirroring. That's when I didn't even know what mirroring was until I got frustrated that somebody was doing this in my face. Come on, get to the point. What are you here for? Because you're taking a long time to get to the next point. So I started just going off of their vibe. And until I learned what mirroring was, and I was like, damn, I learned the hard way what mirroring was. If you frustrated because people are cutting you off, saying get to the point, and they trying to rush you, that means that you're not identifying that this person is on a fast pace. You got to speed it up. Some of us is dragging our words too long with the wrong people. They are not 85 years old. The 85 years old, the senior citizens, the elderly, them the people that you want to take your time. People that's young, they on the move, they got to go pick up their kids. They just told you they about to leave out, and you still taking your time. You gotta hurry up, right? You gotta talk about it before they leave out, right? Number 4 is posture. You want to have an open posture. You have to have an open posture, right? So if you look at the people, right, that's in the slide, right, the people to the left, the guy, his hands is open because the person he's speaking to hands is open, right? That's what we talking about mirroring. If someone is closing their arms and they're a little serious, right, you close your arms too when you start talking to them, right? Because now we on the same type of vibe. We on the same type of familiarity in what we're doing, right? You also want to remember too, when a man is at the door, especially if you're another man, you don't want to be alpha versus alpha. Right? You also gotta remember, so when we're saying mirroring, you gotta remember it's not 100%. So Ace, why don't you want to be, if we talked about what you mentioned, energy level, when we talking about posture, why don't you want to like chest out to another man, chest out, like alpha versus alpha? How should your stance be?
Your stance should be on offense and not defense. That's like, more to the side, especially if you're in an apartment or a house. You should be giving them a clean exit way as if they can still see the street. So I'm always at an angle. The reason why we don't want to be chest to chest with alphas is because it can become very combative. And you're not there to combat, you're there to sell.
Jules, I love that.
Jules.
Don't let that go over
Ace?
your head. Y'all, you want to be on an angle, right? Because remember, you don't know what people are dealing with. People got PTSD, people got ops, people got beef, right? Some people got warrant. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what you here for. Sometimes we knock on the door, people think we the cops. We coming for them. We don't know what people are dealing with. So at the end of the day, we don't know what's going through their mind. Their guard is up because of their own personal reasons that don't have nothing to do with us. But Ace just said it best. We're here to sell. We're not here to bring our ego. We're not here to combat. We're not here to show. We could be personally an alpha, but we're not here to be like, oh yeah, I'm more of an alpha than you. Like, what? You talking to me like this? I bet I'm gonna talk to you like this too. That's not what we're here for. Leave that for the streets. That's for the birds. Like, leave that over there. Like, we here to make money. We ain't on that. We let the people that we talking to have the egos. We let the people do all of that. Let them. I'm actually stroking their ego. Matter of fact, yeah, you're the big dog, right? We talked about it. They're saying like Ice Break saying like, oh yeah, you've been working now, da da da. Yeah, let's stroke that ego. Give it to them, right? They want to act like they smart. Give it to them. They want to act like they tough. Give it to them, right? That's also about do whatever vibe they on. That's the vibe they on. If they like it, I love it. If they tough, cool. You the toughest person on the block. Ain't nobody messing with you. Let them have it, right? Be at the angle. Let them have the street view. They feel like they monitoring the block. Let them see that you respecting their space. Because they'll start telling you, yeah, because I don't know, like, it's 7 o'clock. It's dark, man. My mother upstairs. I don't know who knocking on the door. Da, da, da. Let them have it. Y'all already know how it is. That's why I'm leaving you your space. Like, let people do them. You don't want to, when we say mirroring, we don't want to bring that aggression with a customer. It's not that deep. We just trying to make some money. We ain't trying to be no wrestler. I ain't here to wrestle. People like to tussle. I'm not here to tussle. I'm just trying to make my money, right? And I want to make it off you. So go get your bill. That's really the only thing we really here for, right? So that's another thing. You just got to respect that. So facial expressions, number 5, smile level, eye contact, like we talked about. So the pro tip, mirror the energy first, tone and pace, then posture is last, right? Open versus closed posture, and those are the examples that seem there, right? Somebody's open, be open, and somebody closed, you could be closed as well. All right, so boom. So what I am going to do right now, before we get into the next thing, I do want to have Beta and Ace. I want to have Beta and Ace do this because I want them to show you guys a living example of how that's going to look, right? So Beta is going to be the customer and Ace is going to be the agent. All right. Okay. So Ace is going to be the agent. Beta is going to be the customer. So Beta, you just woke up, right? You're not in the mood. You irritated.
All right, bet.
All right, hold on. Let me be clear. I'm the agent, right?
Exactly.
That's gonna be hard for Beta.
Dude, let's go, Beta. Don't be easy, bro.
Right, cool.
Who is it?
Spring for Empire 2 seconds of your time.
Who?
My bad, boys. Look, we just need 2 seconds of your time and I'll be on my way.
Open. What's up, Sonny?
Look, boys, you just woke up?
Bro, the last thing I want to hear is just somebody asking me questions. I'm irritated right now, bro. I miss my coffee because I dropped my mug on the floor, man. Tea right now.
Yeah, you damn right. Look, I'll be on my way. I was actually just here to make sure you guys have responded to something in terms of utility bill. Like you say, you're tired, just grab a copy of the utility bill and I'll wait for you right here.
Tired, man. How long is this gonna take, bro? I need to get my coffee, bro.
All right, so look, go make your coffee. Take 2 minutes. I'll check your bill off and I'll be all right.
All right, send no more. Come in, bro. It's cold outside. You want a cup too?
Yeah, go give me a
All
cup.
right.
Say no more.
I'll bring right here.
All right, Juice. Now, Jamal, did matching the first energy, did that give you the influence? What did you notice that Ace just did?
One thing I know that Ace just did, he kept it really short and simple. Like he kept it straight to the point. And also he actually kind of agreed with him, which is very important to actually empathize and sympathize and see where they coming from. So I definitely peeped that. Good connection.
Juice, he definitely connected, right?
Ice breaking quick.
Ice breaking quick. I got it. No, I was first.
Yo, so what I did there.
I said it first, right? So, Ace, few things that Ace did, right? It was the tone. The tone was most important, right? Because he comes to the door, I'm T, da da da. He, you know, he's on the same type of vibe. His energy, like, yeah, I get it, bros. You know, just go ahead, yo. You can do that. Make your coffee. I'm gonna check your utility bill, right? He's being on the same type of tone and posture the same way that Beta just seen, right? So don't let that go over your head. He was short and simple, right? Because he was like in a rush. He like, how long it's gonna take? And his tonality was the same tone that Beta just gave. Now I want to do a swap, right? So Ace is gonna be a rush because a lot of newbies, right? A lot of FRs, they struggle with rushing customers. Rushing customers. They don't really know how to handle. They get overwhelmed. So Ace, I want you to be a rushing customer, right? The rushing customers that's like damn near heading out. And Beta, I want you to give us an example of mirroring that customer and how to get over that hurdle.
Okay, bet. Say no more.
So Ace he's the rushing customer.
All right. Knock, 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 knock.
Door open. Yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing? I'm Beta. Just one of the PA manager. Ooh, hold on. What type of jacket you got on?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of in a rush. You just get to the point.
You too, bro. I ain't even trying to waste your time. I'm actually trying to make your time. You still pay the gas and electric credit just like the rest of your neighbors?
Yeah.
All right, just real quick, just for you. Listen, I'm explaining you in a rush, right? I'm gonna make it real quick for you. If you grab your utility bills, just gotta check you're generating from a clean source. It's super fast and super quick for you because I want you to get back to doing what you was doing. And I'll wait for you right here. That jacket looks sweet too. I love it. Can I have it?
Close them. Close them. Ace didn't even know what to say. Close them, right? He didn't even give us no time to waste. But that's exactly that was just that's exactly what I wanted to see, right? He closed them real quick. You don't even want them to. I don't even want to hear you keep telling me to rush, right? They're addressing the elephant. Are you in a rush, right? All right, let me get this going. Yeah, he's putting that energy in there. He just closed that rushing customer, right? That's how we want people to be stuck, right? We want people to be stuck. You in a rush? All right, I'm gonna show you I could be more even in a rush, right? I could get this done quick and easy without you even realizing we just did anything, right? So I love that. Love that. So we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna be quick too because we short on time. All right. So this we're gonna do. So step 1, match the energy like you see Beta did. Step 2, you want to align, right? So you add the subtle posture in the mirror. We're alike. Step 3, that's when you want to lead, right? So now you want to do that call to action, right? The call to action, go get the bill. Call to action, go get your phone, right? What's your phone number, right? Those are the things that you want to do in regards to that. So just some examples for a defensive customer, right? So short answers in a firm tone. So that's kind of what Ace did too. I'm gonna give it to you short, and I'm gonna give it to you in a firm tone. If they're defensive, right? Match slightly with the firm and be concise. Beta said it as well. You want to be concise with someone that don't have no time. You want to be concise with somebody that's giving you some, a little attitude, a little negative energy. You don't got time to beat around the bush and say too much words. Be very concise. Piss it. Keep it short and simple. All right. And then after that, the results is gonna flow. So boom. So what we're gonna do. So this is what we're gonna do for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, prayerfully we'll all be out there. Snow's gonna be cleared up, and we're gonna be back at the doors to finish out the month real strong. We got a lot of goals, right? A lot of people are trying to hit some big bonuses. So we want to get out there and do what we need to do, right? So what you want to do is you want to pick one element to focus on. Tomorrow, pick one element to focus on. I want everyone to put in the chat that one element that they're going to focus on tomorrow, whether it's going to be tone, pace, or posture. Drop it in the chat. What's one element you are going to be focused on tomorrow? You have to pick one for tomorrow, so you could turn that 1 into that 2, right? That 4 into that 6, right? That 6 to that 8, right? Put it in the chat. Pick one element to focus on. Is it tone? Is it pace? Or is it posture, right? Which element are you going to be focused on tomorrow? Number 2, tomorrow, you want to use a 10-second delay before adjusting, all right? Number 3, what you want to do is you're going to mirror tomorrow, 70%. Number 4, when that report clicks, you're going to lead, right? Even calmer. So those are the things that you want to do tomorrow. This is what we're going to do on purpose, right? Not on accident. We're going to do it on purpose. So this is the rubric that you are going to use, right? Did you identify their energy in 3 seconds, right? Create this scorecard for yourself. Did you identify their energy in 3 seconds? Did you match their tone and their pace? Did you match one posture element? Did you lead them calmer? And did you stay natural, right? Those are the 5 things. Those scorecards, your leaders and your managers is going to be follow up with you on tomorrow and the rest of the week. Those are your scorecards that you want to make sure you are checking off the list as you guys are going to be knocking tomorrow and the rest of the week. Did you do that? The rest of your sales should be increasing at least by 1% after you apply what Beta gave you guys, after you apply what I gave you guys, and after you apply what the rest of facilitators are going to give you guys as well. All right. So I'm going to leave this here. Some of you could screenshot it as well, because I'm going to be going to the next slide fast. But these are your scorecards that you're going to be doing for yourself to check it off. Jules?
Jules.
All right.
Jules.
So somebody, is that a hand?
Yo, for sure.
Oh, that's a mistake. I don't even know.
Okay, because I can't even see.
That battery.
All right, boom. So
You need some connection to that battery.
I know. It's three takeaways. All right, so we already have those 3 that we're gonna do. So the final challenge tomorrow, you're gonna track 10 conversations. How many times did you mirror on purpose? How did it affect the time in a combo? So you're gonna use those scorecards that we gave you in that previous slide, and then you're going to work on them challenges, right? Like I said, your manager and your leader is going to be connecting with you to follow up to see if you are using those scorecards and if you are using that template to increase your chances. So you mirror more, you sell more. So let's clap it up for that. That's the end of that workshop there. Try to run it through really, really quickly.
Let's go, Faye.
All of us there. So clap it up for that. So what we're going to do, let me unshare my screen so I can see everybody's faces. Everybody beautiful faces.
Attendance is here. Attendance is heavy.
Fire. Juice, let's clap it up for Faye, y'all. Clap it up for Faye. Let's go.
I shared it. All right, cool. But yeah, let's clap it up for that. Use your scorecards. Definitely excited for the next facilitator as well. I'm going to pass it back to Mikey.
Thank you, Faye. Yes. Thank you, Faye. We
Give
appreciate
it up for Faye, man. I'm telling right now, this
individual,
she's a beast in sales, earned a lot of money in the industry. I believe she even, I believe you won a Meter Madness one year. I believe, right? Yeah, Meter Madness winner.
She's her.
She's her. I'm telling her right now, man. She could do 20 with her eyes closed. I'm telling her right now.
She is.
Right? She's who she thinks she is. All right, juice by that. All right, so before we move on, let's get 3 takeaways, right, from 3 individuals, and then we'll move on to the next one, and it will lead us to our lunchtime. All right, let's get a couple takeaways. I want to get from different voices. Let's go. Since Jade, I see the hand, Jade. Let's go with Jade.
Okay. My takeaway, I try to use mirroring at the door. Just it builds. I feel like it makes them more comfortable. Like once you mirror their body language and stuff. So, I'm definitely gonna use the scorecard and everything. But my main takeaway, I like how she used like the actual like statistics. Like I like that. And definitely I'm gonna work on kind of I guess my posture. I really need to work on like my posture, and I feel like my pace. Those are the two things I'm gonna work on.
Juice.
You got it, girl.
For Jay. Let's go, Jay.
Juice,
Let's go,
Juice.
Jay. All right, let's get it. Oh, remember, we got the cameras off. Keep in mind what I said in the beginning, right? You might be getting this juice, but you may not get paid. You may not get paid, so keep that in mind. Let's go.
We need to see you, not the see.
Yeah, we gotta see you right now. We gotta see you. Let's go with Maji. She had a great takeaway last time. Let's go. Maji's locked in. Maji from Philly.
Definitely locked in. One takeaway that I got was definitely having like a calm tone. You know, it was one time, I had a customer and it was approaching nighttime, so it was kind of dark, but he was even scared to open the door. He was like an older man. He was like, I don't usually open the door, but I was like definitely having a calm tone, talking to him, letting him know who I am. That definitely made him more comfortable to even talk to me, and that made him more comfortable. I even got him to give me the bill without opening the door. Like I talked him through like literally getting the bill for me without even having a face-to-face, just based off my tonality and being calm. So yeah, just the tone and
Love it.
everything.
Okay, Samaj getting people to get the bill before the door open. Okay.
Let's get one big clap for Maji. One big clap for Maji. Let's
Talk
go.
to him, Maji. Getting them connections.
That's how you know she's getting better, right? Building them connections.
Ice breaking quick.
Yeah, I want to do one. I want to do at least one of them. All right, Drew. Let's go. Let's go, Tiffany.
Overall, I think that was such a juice impact. It was so high level, and so underrated in the field, right? I love how you took the time to show that, it's not only just what you said when you hit the high demographic area, if they're talking to you in that high sedity tone, like don't be afraid to pull that out and talk back, like in that tone, right? So that was one thing that I super, super loved. Because that's me. If I put that customer service voice on and I mirror any level that I'm in, right? So I definitely love that. And I also love when you said, hold on, I'm about to bring it to you right now. Hold on. When you talked about when you was like, when they be like this, right? They be wanting us to rush sometimes, but we feel like we gotta always state our point, right? And we want to be talking so much that we miss the window for the close. So that was something that I took away from it because I used to do that as well. They used to always look at me like, okay, Tiff, like I understand you're nice, you're cool, but I gotta get back to work, right? I gotta get back to what I'm doing. So definitely don't miss those windows. And if you notice that your customer is doing that, that's when you do it. So juice impact.
Juice.